What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Celebrations news just dropped a day or two ago, and holy crap, are we in trouble. I think we finally gotten to the point of no return of saying that Pokemon is officially cooked when it comes to these prices. I'm lost for words at some of the price points that are on Tcgplayer currently. I have no words for it. I know I've got a business where I'm trying to build with cards, and I'm trying to buy and sell stuff, but products should not be coming out anywhere near this high over what the expected market value is. I know the market's the market, and people are paying what they think is what people pay dictate the market, all that stuff. This is insanity, and it makes me feel really bad and unsure of what this means for the hobby going forward for the next 6-12 months. Because granted, this is a bit of a special set, being an anniversary set, but a year or so ago, the average collector was kind of pushed out. And even more so now when you see the prices, some of the things, we're going to talk about that in a second. But before we do, if you do not know who I am, hello, my name is Bronzgod. I sell trading cards on Tcgplayer and eBay. We've been averaging about $40,000 a year in sales, mostly in bulk. We are looking to ramp that up in the back half of 2026. In addition, we do have two other channels that we are starting, one where I'm losing a bunch of weight and one where we're doing some casual gaming. So if either of those interest you, links are in the description below. We also do have some affiliate codes as well, so check those out if you want to save a little cash. Let's look at these numbers real quick. So this is the PokeBeach article. There's been plenty of videos about this stuff, going over the products that are available. You got the packs, you got the old school Charizard promo out again. The 25th celebration one that used to be like a $40, $50 card over 5 years. Now it's like $150, $175. I don't know how much this thing is going to be right off the jump, but it's classic. It's probably going to be overpriced. You got the ETBs, you got the promos, you got all these products here. Like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth with all these different products because there's a bunch of them. Just like the last one, you had the Lance's Charizard box, you had the Dark Sylveon box. You're going to have all these different promos, all these different coins. So I'll have a link to the article in the description of the video if you want to check that out and get a little more information on that. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. What I wanted to spend my time talking about was this. This is insane. I understand. I'm a big fan of capitalism, and I'm a big fan of everything that goes into buying and selling. But an ETB should not be almost $450 when it launches. I don't care what it is. It just shouldn't be. I was talking about the casual collector before. If you don't camp outside of stores, you are not going to get this. Again, that might be catastrophizing a little bit, but knowing that these are going to be sold at MSRP for $49.99 and the asking price for a ETB is almost $430, the margin that someone can make selling them at the market price per pack alone is going to be insane. But then you add the scalper percentage on top of that, and some of the things that you see sold on these other platforms like Whatnot and stuff, auction sites, I almost want to have a puke bucket next to me because it's making me sick. It is insane. Not only the ETB, which, I'm not going to lie, I'm hoping to talk to my local game store and maybe get a little hookup and not pay $430. This is 4 months before this thing comes out. They did say that it was going to have a higher print rate, that there were going to be a lot of these things printed more so than some of the sets before. So that might be a benefit for the greater population of people. But if we still have 4 months to go and this picks up, the hype train's left. The hype train is down the road a couple miles already. If the hype gets even more so around this set, who's to know how much higher this could go? And I'm scared for that. Even these Ditto collection premium boxes, I mean, these things are $400, $500 almost. The UPCs, now these do have a decent amount of packs. They've got like 29 or 30 packs. $1,500? $1,500. There, I mean, you can get almost a case of Ascended Heroes for that. Maybe a little less, but that's not the point. I need to take a breath. Even though I run a business and a side hustle, or depending on the day, of one of a little more of the other, I'm a collector. I have master sets. I've got my favorite Pokemon. I like opening packs just for me. It is impossible to do so with this type of price structure. It's just impossible. I would imagine that it's going to turn people off. I'm hoping that these price points are what really start to kind of turn things around. I know a lot of people are thinking, and I'm thinking myself too, that, you know, until the big printing facility gets opened up in a year or two, or however long it is, I don't remember the date, that it's really not going to change until then. But this can't continue. It's when I buy singles and I sell cards and I buy a single for $10 and then it's $20 the next week. That's cool and that's great. But the roller coaster can only go up so much. And right now we're at a point where it's so high that it's scary. It is scary to me how on fire things are. And I never thought I would want a cool down to a drastic level, right? I was always thinking it would go up and then would kind of like maybe like 50% retrace, 60% retrace. But all of these things, it doesn't matter what it is. I have some damaged cards that I thought would never sell that are selling for like $20 or $30. You can't, it's impossible to keep this stuff. And, yeah, I mean, and then you got these promos. I mean, there's no price on these promos, but you have like 30 different kinds of these Pikachus. There's just so many SKUs, so many things. The grading plays on these. Like if you have some of these hits and you're willing to pay the $80 to get them back in a month or two, there's going to be so few of these things around that they're going to be so hyper inflated. The market prices are going to be insane. And it makes me very scary. Makes me very scared on this product as a whole, on even buying any of it, even for myself. I wonder what you guys think, man. I know I might be kind of going overboard with my opinions on what this means, but in no case whatsoever should a new product come out and it be $1,500 right off the jump. It just shouldn't be. And outside the printing facility, I don't know what the solution is to that. I would love to hear that in the comments as well. What do you think the solution is there even a solution to this? Is it pretty much, we are just cooked fam? That's it. Show's over. Just mail it in and then just kind of go in hibernation mode until things calm down. Cause it's starting to get a little too much. And it sucks. It really sucks because no one wants to have a bear market. Everyone knows these things goes in cycles. There's a bear market, bull markets, there's ups and downs, everything in between. But when I have customers at the store I work at that know I deal in trading cards, and I've had maybe in the last 2 years, one person come up to me and go, "Hey, I'm having a hard time finding cards. Could you maybe help me out?" And I would get some bulk together, maybe like a trick or trade pack or two, and throw it their way. They're just little kids, 5, 6, 7. They're not looking for $1,000 slabs. But now, like, I have a few customers, like even older people who have followed my channel, and now it's like my grandkids can't find cards. Can you help me? And I'm like, I'm just an NPC in an apartment with the scraps of a TCG business. I can't do that much. And there's someone that can do more, and it's the Pokemon Company. And I feel like, printing thing aside, they're not doing enough to print. I don't even know if they could, to be honest, if I'm going to play both sides of the field here. They could probably print as much as they can, double what they can, and it's not going to be enough. And it makes me scared for what comes after, because when things do eventually go down and all these slabs that are getting graded come back in December or over the next 6 months as they get caught up, the market is going to get flooded with so much stuff maybe this will be the end. Maybe this right here will be the beginning of the end. And I hope to a certain extent it is. I don't want things to crash. I don't want people to have personal possessions that lose value, because as fun it is to collect this thing in this game, it's important to have your collectibles be collectible and have value, but this is a whole nother level, and I'd be curious to what you think. So we still got Pitch Black to go. That comes out in a couple weeks. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and have a good one. Bye.